All right, welcome back to the Wholesome Financials Podcast. My name is Austin,
Susie,
and we help entrepreneurs secure $50,000 to $250,000 in 0% interest funding for their business. Also, some other lines of credit. And today we're talking about the AMEX Blue Business Cash. You can also talk about the Plus too, but we're going to talk about the Business Cash today. They're kind of similar, and we're going to go over some specs, why people love this card, why we recommend it, and at the end of the video, we're going to give some application tips on how you can maximize this card. Of all the AMEX products, this is the one of the cards that we like the most, especially because they can give you 0% APR, and you can use that to gain funds and gather funds for your business to really grow it and scale it and take advantage of that 0% APR. So let's get into it. Oh man, last podcast we didn't do any fun questions, but we'll do some at the end today. So let's get into it, get started. Why do people love this card? What are some things about this card that are awesome?
Yeah. So for starters, no annual fee. So gotta love that, right?
Speak my language.
You're not going to be paying to have this card, which is a huge thing, especially if you're starting off in a business. You don't want to be down $100-$200 just for getting the card.
Yeah.
Number two, 0% for 12 months.
Yep.
You can't really beat that. All right.
Yep.
So one of the few cards in the business funding space that allows you to access 0% for 12 months, which is super, super good, especially, again, if you're starting off and you need that capital.
Yeah. Especially if you know how to apply to get high limits. Not a lot of people do, right? So the cards seem attractive, but the 0% APR isn't as attractive. But if you can get $20,000, $30,000 a card, that 0% APR looks super attractive, because if you can make your money back before the term ends, hey, we might be on something, right?
Yep.
And business cards don't report to your personal credit, which is super cool. And it makes it great because AMEX pulls from Experian. Yep. And so you can stack different cards from different banks and institutions that pull from Experian, and it makes it great for a funding stack when you're putting together a sequence of business credit cards to apply for that are all 0% interest. You can mass a lot of funding for your business very, very quickly, and the AMEX Blue Business Cash is a great card for that, super great card for that. And so when it comes to qualifying for this card, when it comes to applying for it, what are some things that you'd recommend? I know we got notes, but I mean, we do this all day long, but what are some things you recommend that people need to look out for when trying to get into the AMEX family if they're not already, or at the same time, apply for this card and potentially get a high limit, because that's what we specialize in.
Yeah. So Amos.
Amos. Who's Amos?
Amos. No. Sorry.
Amos cookies. Famous Amos. I'm hungry now. Continue.
Amex is super relational.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. They don't have a brick and mortar, so it's not like you can go in, open, a bank account, shake hands, and form relationships with anybody. It's all online based. And because of that, you have to have some of their products in order for you to access the high limits on the business side. So Hear me out. All right. So if you've never had an Amex card ever, whether it be personal or business, and you go straight to the business card and you try to apply, you're most likely going to get a $2,000, $5,000, maybe $10,000 limit.
Bare minimum.
Tops.
Something super low.
The people that get the highest limit, all right, and by highest limit with Amex with this particular card is anywhere from 15 to 25. 25 is like the cap that I've seen.
Okay.
The people that get the highest are the people that have a personal Amex card and they've had it for years. Whether it be a platinum, whether it be a gold, whether it be another one of their
Autograph,
personal.
I think. Is it Autograph?
No, Autograph is Wells Fargo.
I'm sorry. What's their personal?
It's the Blue Everyday Cash.
Everyday Cash.
Yeah. As long as you have a personal Amex and you've had it for a while and you've made consistent payments, you've never been late and you've never overdrawn. I mean, not overdrawn, but like you've never had any bad things happen with Amex, I promise you they'll give you a high limit on the business side.
So it almost makes sense if you're thinking about getting this card and you're hoping to get a high limit for 0% interest. If you don't have a card, you need to get something personal, something low maintenance quickly.
That's the whenever we working with someone in the wants an Amex card, we always look at their personal credit. If we do not see an Amex card on their credit, meaning they don't have one, we don't even apply. We double back, we apply for the personal card, have them use it for 3 to 4 months, pay it down, use, and then double back and apply for the business card.
So how long do you think? Maybe like, okay, I don't have a relationship with Amex, but I can build one in what, 6 months, 4 months?
4 to 6 months.
Okay.
Again, it's relationships. The longer
100%.
you've been established with the bank, the more.
And you have to, like you mentioned, something important, use the card.
Exactly. So like, not only do you get approved for it, now we got to use it. And then when we pay it back, we got to pay it back all the way.
Yes.
So by the time we double back in 3 to 4 months, 3, 4, 6 months, they want to give you more because you've already shown them in these last 3, 4 months that A, you're spending a whole bunch of other money, and then B, you're paying it all back. So they trust you.
Yeah.
And honestly, this is with any bank.
Yeah, which also, in like you mentioned, the relational aspect, right? And why another reason why we pushed personal. If you may know, you may not know, Amex has a rule: once you have one of their products, anything else you apply for is automatically a soft pull. So you can see if you qualify, if you get, if you're approved, and if so, how much you're approved for before you accept that offer, and it turns into a hard pull. So even more incentive to get a personal card with Amex first.
Exactly. So go to personal route first. If you don't already have one, use it for 3 to 4 months, and then apply for the business card.
100%. Also, you can probably you'll need your EIN. You have to PG it, personal guarantor, using personal credit.
So yes, you do need a good credit score. You could probably get by with like a 680. But I would try to get myself up in the 700s.
Yeah, life is easier if you're in the 700s, guys. If you're not in the 700s credit wise, fix your credit. Unless your business is cash flowing like crazy, get your credit up. Get your credit up.
I mean. Yeah. So you want to definitely have a good credit score, no collections, no late payments, manageable utilization, meaning 30% or less.
Yeah. And then your business formation, like your LLC, all that stuff should be professional. Phone number, email, business address, everything should look like an actual business, not like Tyrone from across the street made it. I don't know why I said Tyrone. That's where I grew up. But that you want it to look like your cousin and put it together. That when they go check, because they will, it looks somewhat professional. But but even then, the relationship carries so much weight with Amex. And so, those are just some of the things that, like, and whenever you're applying for a business credit card, you'll always want to make sure there's no derogatories or anything like that. But this is a great card to have in your stack. It's an easy way to get quick funding for your business at 0%. And so the moral of the story, if you don't have a relationship with Amex, grab their lowest tier card and start building that.
The Everyday Blue Cash. If you've never had an Amex card and you want like a low level entry card, get the Amex Blue Cash every day. It's a 0% for 15 months.
Yeah.
No annual fee. Get it right now. If you have good credit.
Yeah, no, that's good. And so if you are, if you're interested in, trying to figure out, maybe you're trying to get the card and you're watching videos trying to see, hopefully this provides some value to give you more context on not just the card and some of the ways you can use it for your business, because that's our specialty, but also just Amex in general, how they operate, how they see their consumers. That's our job, is to know what the banks and major financial institutions are doing, what they care about. And that way we can equip and arm our clients so that when they go in for their funding, when they go in to get those funds for their business, I mean, they're firing all cylinders. They're completely equipped. They're good to go. Yep. So that part is super, super important. And then also, if you need help, you're trying to put together a funding strategy, you're trying to get funding from your business, you don't qualify for SBA, term loan doesn't really make sense, you're brand new or you're starting it, you just need some gaps, some funds in between. Reach out, click the link below or the link in the pinned comment and apply to work with us. We're very, very picky with who we work with, because we want to make sure it's the right fit, number one. And number two, there's certain criteria that we have to have in order for us to guarantee certain types of funding. But we're able to get consistently above 50,000, 250,000 plus for our clients at 0% interest funding, as well as also recommend some of those that might be revenue-based clients or things like that.
Lines of credit, using your bank statements if you're cash flowing really well. So we service all spectrums.
Absolutely.
Good credit, bad credit, no revenue, all that.
So go to wholesomefinancials.com, click apply now, or you click the link in the description below, and that'll do it. And I think, and hopefully that's helpful as you're looking through the AMEX Blue Business Cash and trying to figure out what's next. Outside of that, I mean, that concludes the AMEX Blue Business Cash portion. Right now, we'll just do some quick personal questions, quick check in. Yeah. And we only do this part just so you guys get to know us a little bit more. People online, you don't really know who they are, what's going on, and so we like being transparent and vulnerable and genuine. So, um, um, and so question. I think we do have some questions too on what we can uh, go over, and so for you, I'll let you just pick something.
Let's do travel and business perspective.
Okay, let's do
All
it.
right. What's a country, city, or culture that permanently shifted how you think about business?
Cairo, Egypt, hands down.
Tell me.
Those dudes know how to sell. They are hagglers. I know on the internet they call them the scam capital world, blah blah blah. I love Egypt. I love Cairo. It's awesome. Got a lot of Arabic family and friends. But the level of hustle is unmatched, unlike anywhere
Yeah.
I've ever been.
I can concur.
And so it's a masterclass on negotiating. It's a masterclass on staying firm on your prices, and and not being easily swayed or guilt tripped. And so, I thought that was something that I thought was fantastic for me. What about you?
I'm probably gonna have to go with Cairo too.
Yeah.
Like, I thought I was a good negotiator when it comes to like prices and stuff like that and getting my way. When I went there, I realized that I'm not. And I was ashamed of myself. And I was like, I have a lot to learn from these people.
Yeah.
I didn't really like it. I didn't like the pressure of like, having somebody on your ear like, hey, buy this, do that. And I was like, I just want to walk and like look. But like you said, I can't deny their hard work and their relentless pursuit for you to buy this one thing. So yeah, for sure.
No, I love that. No, it was such an awesome experience. I felt like it was truly a master class on
Sales.
yeah, 100%. 100%. All right, let's see. Another question for you. Let's see. What's one travel or freedom moment? Let's stick in the travel range. What's one travel or freedom moment that reminded you why you built this business this way in the first place?
Yeah. I think it was last year when we had to take a last minute trip to go visit my dad. He wasn't in the best of health, and we didn't think that he was going to make it. And so us being able to just stop and literally go without having to take time off.
And for context, we went to Cartagena, Colombia.
Colombia, yeah. So we're in California, so I mean that's a long flight.
With 2 kids.
Plus, 2 kids.
And you're pregnant.
And I was pregnant.
Yeah.
And being able to just like drop and go without having to take time off or ask our boss for an excuse to go, and still being able to make money while we were there, whether it be meet with clients, closing deals. That right there is why we do what we do.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I think for me, it was, I think it was when we were in Japan. And I think we still had we did a call. I think we had a call with a client, and it was cool to know that like you mentioned, like, and we shot a lot of content, we shot a lot of videos, we threw some of it on TikTok. It was fun. And it was cool to know that, like, it was almost like a work trip, right? We went to go see this city, Tokyo, and then we also hung out, but we took videos for the marketing and things like that and pictures. And we also took some sales calls. And I was like, man, this is cool that, like, we get to determine what's work for us and what isn't. And I'm like, yeah, this is awesome. Because before in corporate, I mean, I've taken some trips while we were in corporate, but I mean, I got the VPN on, I got the incognito mode.
You scared IT might find you,
bro. Yeah. I mean, we're dealing with government contracts, so they're like, "What's this IP address pinging in Honduras?" And I'm like, people trying to call me, "Ain't you in the office?" And I'm like, nowhere near.
I'm literally on like Central America.
Yeah. I'm trying to tell them I dropped my phone in a puddle. You gotta call me on Zoom. I got spotty Wi-Fi. Yeah. So that to be able to travel, work, support family, and not have the anxiety of I have to be, even though I was working remote still because we're still coming out of COVID, to know that like there's nowhere I had to be.
That's such a good feeling.
Yeah, it's super, super cool feeling. But I agree with you too. Also, when we went to Cartagena and we went to Colombia, it was super cool that we can just, pick up, take our kids and just bounce. Like they're homeschooled, we hang out, like we can go anywhere. That part, I'm like, that's a true blessing. That's
Yeah,
a true
we take
blessing.
it for granted, but it's not like this isn't normal.
No,
Honestly, what we do isn't normal.
no. But it's awesome to know that we can impact clients, help out anywhere in the world, continue to learn, sharpen our craft, and then take care of the kids and hang out and still do a lot of fun stuff, which is a huge blessing. I think that's the goal for every entrepreneur, right? To get your time back, or to own your time at least,
Yeah.
to determine how hard you work and when you work. I think that right there is fantastic.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. All right. Well, we appreciate you guys hanging out. Hopefully this video was useful and helpful, especially the Blue Business Cash part. If you've watched to the end here, you just, I
You're a
appreciate
fan.
you hanging with us. Yeah. Put the link in the comment in the comment section below. If you have the AMEX Blue Business Cash, what your take on it was, what your experience has been, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.
Peace.
Peace.